Dear colleagues, I'd like to address you in my capacity as UNI World President during this particular and complex reality that we are experiencing. I am in regular contact with our Secretary General, Christy Hoffman, talking about not only the situation of our affiliates and the good practices that they are developing to protect the health and life of our brothers and sisters, but also thinking about how the world will be when this pandemic is over, the changes that are taking place, and how we have to prioritize a strong UNI presence in that debate together with our colleagues from the other global unions and the ITUC. I know, because I belong to the sector, the good practices are carried out by the commerce unions as well as the other sectors. We have been and we are in the front line of maintaining the minimum economic activity necessary in order to guarantee quarantines and social distancing. A remarkable mention to healthcare workers for their bravery and exposure to the dangers of the pandemic. Let's not forget either supermarket and hypermarket workers, pharmacy workers, postal workers, security guards, cleaning workers, media and bank workers. The situation is so serious that measures taken together with companies, sometimes difficult to reach a consensus about them in normal times, now have been implemented in sectors and companies to protect our brothers and sisters. This is something we must be aware of. We agree with Christy that once the pandemic is over, these measures don't turn to be exceptional again by companies and do become a common practice for our members. It will be a good opportunity to improve our framework agreements already signed and incorporate new clauses to these future agreements. However, all these questions will be feasible if we evaluate correctly the devastating consequences that this catastrophe is bringing and will bring. Hundreds of thousands of companies closed and bankrupt, and unemployment levels worldwide rising like never before seen. It is clear that the state is and will be called to play the role that it should have never been abandoned, as defined by Guy Ryder, the Director General of the ILO, defending productive companies, jobs and incomes in this transition and rebuilding itself to regulate the market. The crisis generated by the pandemic and the pandemic itself has to do with the aspects of an exclusive and asymmetric globalization within countries and worldwide. The pandemic shows that inequality is still there. These issues are already subject for debate. The discussions around lives of people or economy shows us towards the world we are going. This is to say, towards the repetition of what we already have lived and brought us into this situation, or towards a horizon in which those who have the largest portions of wealth pay the highest taxes, and health, education, work and housing are the state's priorities. Brothers and sisters, this is already up for discussion. There is no point waiting for this to happen. We must curb the tendency towards this second option. We are the global union of the economy of the future, and as such, one of the most important tools that workers have to strongly promote in the international, regional, and local forums the need for a new role of the state. This time, the forces of history are on our side. We have neither tax havens nor offshore accounts. We have our strength and our organizations, and a state that must put itself at the forefront of the majority. If we do not become aware of the historical moment we are experiencing, we run the risk of remaining on the sidelines and that history repeats itself. An asteroid can crash the Earth and it's unpredictable. A pandemic is predictable. Today, more than ever, we must protect our members and be active participants in the debate and in the shaping of what is coming. I want to take advantage of this message to congratulate and send my regards to our staff, the ones working at NEOM and in the regional offices. I know they maintain the flame of our global union alive. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves.